Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, 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 good morning. Happy Monday. Let's rock and roll. Shout out to DC 917. We are a winner. Took a long time, but man, again, we do not control the numbers, man. If you like these numbers, man, if you are a fan of, either number that I do post sometimes, if it resonates to you, it's just more confirmation, man. So shout out to DC at 917. We are a winner. DC is kind of like jumping off of the board at this moment, man, but we're not going to give up on the numbers. All right, guys. Guys, do me a favor. Go to Mustafa Tariq. All right, he's on Facebook, aka DC Decades. Um, he's an ambassador of the nation's capital as far as culture and you know um, anything that you would like to know about the nation's capital. During our era in the 80s and the 90s and even now. He's pushing for a new mayor. If you are somewhere else and you're located and you are on his page and you just would like to know some rich DC history, go to his page again at DC Decades on Facebook. He dropped some pictures yesterday, man. The R Street crew, if y'all might have heard me talk about it, brother named Mick, and lo and behold, he dropped some pictures, man, and it was just so refreshing just to see. It's one thing if you go back and you talk about some stories probably um 40 years, like if I'm 49, you probably almost want to say close to 38 years ago, maybe. I think it's a little further, man, because the average Mercedes-Benz Coupe CE, I believe they came out in, I know Bobby Brown had a 560, right? He had the big long version. I mean, that was the big boy, on this My Prerogative. And, we were children, listening to New Edition, going to school with the little New Edition, buttons on our shirts. And of course, we know the Michael Jackson buttons. But I was looking at this picture, man. Mick, like people was in the comments say, man, these guys look like they was at least 8 years old, man. They had the fila on and the big old hats, man. And I'm just looking, I'm like, man, it's no way somebody that young was driving vehicles like this. When you look at it now in 2026, right? And not glorifying, the way they got it, but man, look, look. It seems like when it always come to us, it's always it's frowned upon. But when you have like all these crooks, and we seeing it right now, right? I mean, they do what they want to do, and they just get slaps on the wrist. Some of them don't even get punished for it. But Mick came home, and I believe Mick is a personal trainer now, if I'm not mistaken, man. And came home and he's doing good things, man. But to be so young, man, when you're looking at these pictures, y'all go ahead over there to DC Decades, search it in on Facebook. Um, I was like, man, Jesus Christ, like, but the Mick that I see, who used to park the car and just fly through the alley, man, and be like, "What's up, Shawty, man? You all right?" And just it's like, I was like, "Damn." So was the guy just this young? I know I had to be a baby, but the pictures, man, it was just very refreshing, man. He had Fat Rodney, man. Of course, we know Fat Rodney, a pioneer. Rapping Rodney. His legacy live on. Shout out to his son. I believe he have a son out here, man. And just to hear these stories, man. As me coming up, man, and these pictures are just surfacing back. You learn to appreciate your culture, man. And then it was just the days, as far as fashion and urban wear and and to the filas and the back when we used to have a fila vest, we had a wave of that for probably a few summers when guys was going to King's Dominion, when you was renting Chrysler LeBarians and you was going to King's Dominion, even when you was going to Wild World, right? People call it Six Flags. I remember it as Wild World, right? You'll hop in the car and, you'll just go out there and just hang out for a few hours and, you'll see the best of the best out there, right? And when I'm talking about the best of the best, I'm just talking about the money getters, man. That's what I be talking about. The money getters, right? Talking about the money getters. But shout out to DC. Don't forget y'all go to DC Decades, man, and just view his channel, give him a thumbs up, man. Run his page up. With that being said, DC, we are a winner, man. Shout out to the States with the 1, 2, 3, 5. You should have some more numbers coming your way. Peace out. Happy Monday. Positivity over negativity. Don't forget, I'm gone.